What is up, Sparkling Babes? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Sahony, better known as Sassy, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some goodies from JUNO and CO. If you have not heard of this brand, this is one of the cheapest brands right now online. So I'm definitely going to share with you everything in depth, how I like it, how they work, if you want to keep trying it. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, you guys, so I'm super up close and personal because I'm going to start with the eyes and I'm going to show you like section by section basically. First thing I always do is prime the eyes. So I'm going to use a concealer actually. I'm just applying a little tiny bit on the eyes, and I'm actually going to be using the first brush with ES06, and I'm going to blend that concealer out. By the way, you guys, the brushes are super soft. They're super blendable. Like, I really like them so far. That worked perfect. Of course, you guys, you always want to make sure you blend out any harsh line that when you're applying concealer before your eyeshadow. It's very important because it will set and then you will have the harsh line, and I usually used to do that a lot, like just leave it there and not blend it out, and it will look so weird. Like, I will have a weird white cast. This brush so far so good, you guys. I really like it. So quickly, I'm going to talk about the brushes, you guys. I have here 6 brushes, and if you guys are not aware, these are JUNO&Co essential brushes. They are sold individually, and you can actually get this whole set, you guys, for $11 on their website. I'll link everything down below as well, but you can definitely buy it individually if you like. They're only $2, and I feel like the quality is really bomb. Like, look at the handle. It looks super sleek, super nice. I'm going to show you guys close up how they look, how they feel, and whatnot. They do have numbers on them and also the name of the brand as well on the handle. The bristles itself feels super nice, super soft. So first up, we have the ES01, which is the Founda-mental foundation brush, and this is a foundation brush, obviously. Next, we have the ES02, and this is a You Are Making Me Blush brush. As you can see, you guys, it looks super soft. It feels so soft. I cannot wait to try these on the day. Next, we have the Cap Powder Brush. So this is an all-over face powder brush. Next, we have the ES04 The I Am a Big Fan brush, which is pretty cool name in my opinion. And yes, this is just a regular fan brush. Next, we have the Multi-Eye Use Lip Brow Liner brush, which I am a little confused because it's such a big brush and they're saying this is a multi-eye use lip brow liner brush. I'm actually reading on their website, you guys, and it says a multi-eye use lip brows and liner brush. Like, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to use this for my liner. I don't know. I really like to use these angle brushes like that for like chiseling the cheekbone and bronzing out the face. Yeah. And then we have the little tiny brush, which is the ES06 Let It Blend eyeshadow brush. So this is an eyeshadow brush, and I honestly like it better for the concealer. Like, applying concealer, not sure. Let's see how it works. And of course, now that we have the eyes prep, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit before we start the tutorial. I'm gonna show you a little bit of this eyeshadow palette. They do have a few eyeshadow palettes, you guys, and this was one of the ones that they sent to me, and I'm super excited because this actually looks like a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. I'll put it somewhere here in the screen so you guys can see what it looks like, the original, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with. Another eyeshadow palette that this JUNO&Co looks like is this one, the Retro Love Bad Habit. If you guys would like to see a comparison on these two brands, because they're super affordable. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comments down below if you guys would like to see a comparison. But today we're gonna dig into this Emancipation. I guess the name of the palette is You Can Be 02, which is right here. And another thing that I like, you guys, is that it has an expiration date, which is great because not a lot of eyeshadow actually bring none of that. Like, do you guys some swatches? They do have some pigmentation. They look really nice. I just want to see how it blends on the eyes, to be honest, because that's like the major key. Another thing that this palette doesn't have is a mirror, you guys, and also has no name on the palette, so that's it. But this does bring 14 eyeshadows, as you can see here. It does have 1, 2, 3 shimmer, and the rest is matte. So there you have it. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna start with an orange shade right here. Whoa, this is really powdery. Like, once I like apply the brush there, it's just like all these powder. Like, there is a lot of products on the brush. So I'm gonna start working that on the crease. Whoa, I like the pigmentation. Okay, let's see how it blends. Okay, you guys, so far so good. There's a lot of pigmentation. It does take a little bit like more time to blend, but it's working perfectly fine in my opinion. I'm taking little by little and like reapplying to intensify the shade. So the color is actually in like person is more like an apricot instead of like super orangey shade. I don't know why my camera's picking like that though. Blending in so pretty, you guys. It does take a little time like I said, but it's blending in really nice. This color, love it. Okay, you guys, now I'm going into this yellow shade right here, and I'm gonna slightly apply that right on top of that orange, like just literally feathering that out. I honestly feel like when I apply colors like higher, it makes my eyes look a little bit bigger, which is why I like to like really apply it all the way up. Okay, so now to the scary parts is going into the darker shade, and I'm gonna start with this one right here. I want to use all the dark green ones, so I'm gonna start with this one, then go to this, and then the darker shade right there. And I'm just working that on the crease a little bit lower, and I'm gonna continue reapplying that just to build that pigment there. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna go with the darkest green. Yeah, I like this green so much better. Okay, you guys, so they do have pigment, but when it comes to blending darker shadows, like, it's almost like impossible. Like, you see all those patches? It's so freaking weird. But we're gonna continue on, and I'm gonna start applying now this shade right here. And again, I'm gonna continue applying that onto the crease. This color is so pretty. I'm just taking the yellow shade once again and just feathering out. Just blending a little tiny bit. These colors look like poop, oh my god. And now I'm taking that yellow and also orange shade just to blend those edges. Okay, you guys, I went ahead and I try to blend as much as possible, but you can definitely see like how everything just like kind of like see through. The shadows doesn't blend really well together. You can see for yourself, like I try to blend as much as possible. With this palette, you definitely have to blend. Like always the light shades are the prettier one. When it comes to the dark shade, it's just like I'm actually gonna go ahead and cut the creases to add a little bit more color and use some of the shimmery shades on the palette as well, so you guys can see it better. Okay, you guys, so after 1 year later, my cut crease is almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of this orange shade right here onto like half of the lid right there. The orange shade, you guys, is literally like my favorite shade from the palette. I'm actually gonna go back and take the darker shade on the palette and add it onto the outer corner. And it looks like this also has like a lot of patches. They kind of have the same feel as those Shop Hush palettes that I always review. You guys, I'm also taking the yellow on the palette and applying it onto the inner. And I'm taking the lighter shade on the palette and applying it onto the inner parts of the lid. And yes, you guys, the white line, like the concealer that I left on, it was like on purpose, so it looked a little bit nicer. I don't know if I should apply the paste, you guys. Like, it's a super pretty paste, but I'm gonna put a little tiny bit like on the tear duct. Okay, you guys, so we do have some lashes here, but I don't know if I want to put these lashes on. Their lashes are also super affordable. They're like $1 or something like that, and they have these lollipops ones that are super cute in my opinion. Let me just try it on so you guys can see them. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and applied the lashes, and I'm also applying a little bit of this paste. You can be paste, but I'm applying a little bit on the crease just to make it pop a little more. These are microfiber sponges, and I do have a whole review on it if you guys would like to try it out. Okay, you guys, so I'm going back and I'm going to mix these two right here and apply it onto the lower lash line. And I'm using the fan brush to apply some highlighter onto the face. I definitely love the brush, you guys. It applied so nice. And for the lips, since I don't have any lipstick from JUNO&Co, I'm using these two right here. This is from Ofra Cosmetics and Bare Minerals. I'm just gonna mix them. Okay, you guys, so I'm actually gonna take the ES05, which is like a contouring brush, and I'm also using this caramel bronzer by number 7, and I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up the face just a little tiny bit because I think I need it. And last but not least, you guys, I'm gonna spray some of this makeup fixer light mist from Ultra Cosmetics as well. Oh my god, it smells so nice. You guys, so this is the final look. I really like how everything turned out at the end of the day. I know I was kind of like sketchy. I was like, oh my god, the eyeshadows are not blending really well, but it worked out at the end of the day. Every time I do like a crease is because the eyeshadow never worked out. I mean, they did blend somewhat, but I do feel like you have to work a little harder to blend the eyeshadows. But what I do recommend is the brushes. They're super soft, you guys, and I love how they work. I love how they blend out. I love how this one applied the highlighter. It's really nice, super soft. I love how this one contoured and blended out. They're super pretty, to be honest. I really like the price range. The fact that they're only $2 is a really plus for me. And I definitely recommend the sponges as well. I really like them. I think they work okay. Not a big deal, to be honest, but they work okay. These are microfiber sponges. But yeah, you guys, this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoy it. Anyways, I'll see you guys on my next one.